It feels like home, home, home. It feels like home, home, home. It feels like home.
Hey friends, welcome to Weldon Home. I'm Tanya and today I'm getting ready to have a birthday dinner for my beloved son John Boy, and his very favorite thing in the whole world for dessert is apple pie. But we are going to try to trick all of his friends and the people who are coming over into thinking that we're having apple pie when really we are having, ta-da, summer squash. I have so much summer squash, so we're actually having it 2 different ways. We're having it roasted and we're having it in the pie. So kind of sneaky, but I think it's really hard to detect what it is. In fact, I think it's one of the coolest recipes I've ever tried in my life. It's really cool because we are just inundated with squash and not with apples. And so having all this squash coming in, I'm learning new and innovative ways to use it, and this is by far my favorite. So I'm going to use 8 cups of it. I was just going to show you really quick how I get the squash. Paul's been filming other things, but I like to cut off the beginning and end like so. And then I give that to the chickens. And I'm also going to give the peels to the chickens because they like all of these yummy pieces. Between the chickens and the goats and the donkey, we pretty much get rid of all of our scraps, which is super nice. I don't feel like anything goes to waste, and of course saves us on having to feed them extra. So it's good for us. It's good for us, it's good for them, and it helps just produce less waste. But anyway, I get it all peeled like that, and then I'm just going to come and try to carefully get it started here in the middle. Of course I go to show you, and now it's being really persnickety, but no. This one is like really hard for some reason. Normally they're not this hard. But anyway, I get past it and then I'm just going to go straight down like that. And then I've got all of the seeds, and I don't want to use the seeds because the texture of those seeds is not going to be like apples. But as you can see, if Paul can get kind of a close-up, that really does look like apples. And so what I do is I just go down either side of the seed bed inside of the squash, and then I start to pull it out with my spoon, and it comes out really quickly. So there's one piece all done, and then I take it and I do the same thing. I just kind of score on either side of the seeds so that I'm kind of staying in my lane, my little seed lane, and then I just pull those all out just like that. Because this is crooked, as you can see, I'm going to cut them a little bit to just make them a little more manageable. And then I cut them in 3s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This end is kind of hard, but it'll be fine. If anything, that harder texture is more apple-like. Okay, so then I'm just going to come and I'm going to chop them about the same as you would make your apples, however that is for you. I like my apples kind of bite-sized. So here we go, and that's almost 8 cups. I might go just a tiny bit over 8 cups. Use the rest of this. Like I said, I'm using the rest of our squash that we brought in and some zucchini to do roasted vegetables, which is one of Johnny's favorites. But he's actually had this before, and he has approved the idea of trying to do the zucchini / squash mock apple pie. So anyway, this is the beginning of it, and now I'm going to go show you how to do the dry ingredients. So we've got our dry ingredients, and I actually have the magic of Mary Mace joining me. So Mary, if you'll just get this to come together with our dough blender, I'm going to start cutting pieces of butter to go in, and we want to cut that together until it resembles a coarse meal, or I don't know, little chunks of butter mixed together with your flour and sugar. So this is 4 cups of flour and 2 cups of sugar. Oh, and a teaspoon of salt. got the birthday boy in the background helping with the narration.
Oh, he's helping.
So you want to use cold butter because what we want it to do is just hold together in these little chunks. Little bitty chunks. So this is 1.5 cups of butter. Just 3 whole sticks of butter. Is anyone surprised I'm using lots of butter?
The other day, a recipe called for 2 teaspoons, and she's like, "Oh, just throw the whole stick in there." And I heard that, and I could not stop laughing. Apparently, the recipe called for more butter in the future, so that's why she asked for the whole thing in there. But I have my doubts.
Oh, so true.
I have too much butter.
So you may have to take your hand kind of and just get this all off. You want it, so you want to make it go through the little tines, or I don't know what you call this, but you want to keep breaking that up and then just go all the way to the bottom and then lift all the way up. Tine after tine. Okay. So I gave you the hard part, obviously.
Trying to not make a mess here. Gotta look professional.
Yeah, because I don't think I ever make messes.
No, never.
They might use bigger bowls.
They don't.
You
They
know
use
what?
smaller bowls.
I could give you a bigger bowl. Would that be easier?
I don't know. Maybe. No, I don't. Let's just leave it like it is. There's no sense dirtying another bowl. I'm gonna do this stuff
So don't dirty another bowl on my
Sorry.
account. I don't have to wash it.
I feel like John should be doing this job. I don't know why he's not.
Yeah, John, you want to
John.
show us your muscles?
Here.
I'm actually
Can I do it?
watch you guys.
There you go. Alright.
That sounds
So
about right.
3 sticks of butter. And then to the zucchini mixture, I'm going to add, what am I going to add? 2/3 of a cup of lemon juice. And a little bit of sugar to balance that out. So 1 cup of sugar in with the zucchini / summer squash and a little bit of cinnamon. Cinnamon is really what makes you think that it's apple. So I like to add about that much. Can you see? I would say that's probably a tablespoon-ish. So now I'm taking mine over to the stove. John Mace. So this I am going to bring to a boil. All of those yummy things together. Squash must have something in it that's like very gluey, because whatever it does to the outside of my hands is very difficult to get off. Do you guys find that? When you're working with squash, it leaves a residue on your hands that's almost impossible to get off. I don't know. Maybe it's good for something. Maybe I should figure out how to harness that power. Alright, so I'm just stirring this around so that it will be evenly coated. We're actually going to let this come to a boil for about 20 minutes and let that just bubble up and get delicious. Oh, look at Mary go.
Starting to
You got
be something.
Good strong muscles right there.
The good strong muscles are sitting down next to me. So.
He's holding Joe.
Oh,
I know. I wanted that to be my job.
that is magnificently done, Mary.
Look at it.
Wow, great.
Look at it.
You can just put it
You
right
look
in.
like
It
peas.
was clean.
Just put it back.
So yeah, you just, I mean, it is the texture of crumble topping, just like that. If you've ever made any kind of crumble topping, that's what we're looking for. Look at that pure deliciousness, and that's gonna pick up and be golden brown and just the best thing ever. Actually, while we're waiting for this to come to a boil, I can show you this. We're gonna take half of this and pour it into this pan. Use that as the crust for our apple pie. You guys, did you have something you'd like to show with the glass?
Would you rather just have a silent video or nothing?
She's gonna separate this.
I do. So you just want to spread this out and it's going to make your crust.
The most realistic video.
Yes, this is what it's really like around here.
Except Joe's quiet.
Except Joe's quiet.
That's amazing.
Well, it's because he's being loved. He needs all the loving.
Alright, we're attempting this.
Trying to get Mary to see how the gluey texture that gets on your hand. She's like, it doesn't happen to mine.
I didn't see how you did this part.
I did that with the spoon.
Oh. We use the spoon, not the knife. Ooh. Make some sort of nacho concoction out of this probably. There's some beef and cheese in the middle, something like that. Good.
Really
Yeah, that would be really bad.
Just by seeing the boat vision and going, oh yeah, some kind of squash boat. That sounds good.
Ooh, that does sound good. You want to have squash boats instead of that roasted squash that we had? You could have squash boats with cheese inside.
Squash food. No, not that. If that's what I'm looking at right there.
Amazing. Great. Good crowd, you guys.
Hey, so let me know if you gave that a try. I would love to know how it came out for you, if you were able to fool your family and friends. And please like and subscribe and share the video, and that would help us out so much. And if you want to know how to make homemade sourdough bagels, keep tuning in.